Hello and welcome back to the channel. This video was recorded live on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, let's check how bad it is. That's about right.
Wrong! I told you! I told you! And you guys never listen to the stick in the room. Well, just because I like tortas, you think that means it discredits me from having idiocracy levels of prediction? I don't think.
Idiocracy becoming the future. Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So, you can leave your apology in the comment section while I take a minute to lean back and laugh at PlayStation fanboys suffering. Suffer, PlayStation guys, suffer!
You think this is funny?
It's hilarious. I used to watch Mighty Keith. I can't stand him anymore.
There's legitimately zero reason to own a console now. The one thing I highlighted about consoles that
Like, he used to do skit videos and they were funny, but like, I can't anymore.
made them worth anybody's time or dime is
That makes sense. That's
their
fair.
ability.
Well, currently Xbox is winning in my opinion. It's the better place to be, personally. Between the two.
By not making games and just having everything on Game Pass, you mean?
That, and with what's happening now with, you know, Gears of War looking really fucking good, and
I'll wait for it to release at least.
That's fair. That's fair.
To have physical media and play physical media. Now, I always thought it was a little, you know, Ballad of Gay Tony to have a shelf full of your mass consumption. But I gave it time and I understood why people do that. It's because they don't know how to pirate. That's why. Gaming companies spent millions trying to condition gamers into thinking piracy is the worst thing you could ever do. Buy all your games. As they openly mocked you for doing so because they knew.
Me personally, if I can't own my games when I buy them, then I don't think piracy is that bad of a thing anymore. Like,
yeah, no, piracy is gonna explode in the future.
Yeah.
In a few years from
That's my
now,
prediction.
buying will not mean ownership. And when I told everyone GTA 6 would be the ultimate test that would determine ultimately if we switch to an all-digital future, I was actively mocked by certain content creators who for some reason have vanished. They've disappeared. I guess they're on vacation or something.
I love this. I love the shot.
I don't know what happened there.
Whatever happened there?
All right, then.
These guys said, no, we're gonna buy GTA 6. And we're gonna buy it at full price for $100.
I can't own it, then it's not piracy. Yes. 100%. I will also not be buying GTA because fuck GTA.
Not me neither.
$100. No disc in the box.
Oh, we gotta wait a year for PC either way.
Yeah, that's true. But even when it comes out, the thing is, when it comes to PC, it's going to want to again be $100, even if the console version is dropped, which is also stupid.
Ability to do that. The rest of the industry, they can't pull it off.
They set standards, and people live in fear of those standards, from game devs to consumers.
Do you think you can stop eating penis long enough to do that?
And then we got this grand announcement from PlayStation today. Important updates, news on physical discs for new games. News on PlayStation Store on PS3 and PS Vita. Oh!
Yeah, I heard about that. They're shutting down PlayStation service for PS3 and Vita.
The amount of comments are rivaling the
the Vita, I understand. That's a very old system.
Yeah, so the PlayStation 3 is older than the Vita, but the PlayStation 3 has a lot more people playing on it.
Versions.
Yeah.
What did you do, PlayStation? What did you do?
One version that just came up after the Vita.
Yeah.
I believe.
Physical disc production ending in January of 2028 for
and that's going to end retail stores and physical games in general if they end up doing this. The thing is,
GameStop is dying either way.
That's true. But my prediction is this is going to have a massive backfire on Sony, and they're going to retract it. Coming 2028,
probably,
they will still continue doing discs because of how many people are going to bitch and moan about it. Good on them if they do. But yeah.
New games releasing on PlayStation console. Oh my God! Holy shit! Sometimes I wish I wasn't so right. Don't you? But I told you. Once those pre-orders get locked in for GTA 6, you're going to see the industry shift in the direction of Rockstar, because when it comes to how this industry operates, it's all based on trends. It's all based on data sheets and algorithms. And all it took was for Rockstar to officially kill the very concept of physical ownership in order to get PlayStation to just come out and announce it to the world. In response to shifting trends and consumer preference, new games will be released on PlayStation Store.
It'd be one thing if we owned the digital copy that we bought, but it's just a license that they can lose. Yeah, that you can lose the right to it at any time. Yeah,
And at retailers in digital formats only, as consumer preferences.
They even might step
and the-
in though,
yeah,
eventually.
hopefully. But even
Yeah.
the thing is, this is only a console issue. When it comes to PC, you will buy that license, you'll download it, and when they do this, you will find the crack it, and not have any issue.
Yeah.
broader entertainment
It's a
industry continue
little
to
bit
shift.
harder for consoles to
Yeah.
do the same, unless
Yeah.
you have a jailbroken console.
Yeah, and good luck with that.
Away from physical
Yeah.
discs to digital. Physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This transition has no impact on games that already released or will be releasing prior to January 2028 in disc format. See,
But first, a deep sip from a very tall glass of I told you so.
Oh my god, please!
Fred.
Come on!
I knew it. I knew it. They want to not only kill the secondhand market, but they don't want you to own your games. This is no coincidence.
No
as
shit.
This is coming straight off the news that PlayStation is deleting over 500 purchased movies from its consumer accounts,
Who buys movies anymore?
Yeah, good point.
including films like Terminator 2, Rambo, Apocalypse Now, Hot Fuzz, and Moon. See, if you bought movies on the PlayStation Store, they're gone for, quote unquote, licensing reasons. And we knew such a feature would be inevitable for video games. In a world where everything is digital,
I
at
have
some
bought a-
point,
Few movies on YouTube, so we can watch it on the TV.
Okay, I see.
But those stay even after licensing
Yeah,
agreement.
it's
expires.
YouTube, of course.
a game developer on a timed contract will be able to tell PlayStation to pull their own games off their storefront until they renew that license to distribute it again digitally. And in a market like that, what do you think PlayStation's gonna do? They're gonna do what they're doing right here. They're gonna pull and take your digital games away from you when the license expires. And you're thinking, oh, well, frick, piracy, Frit, you were right all along. We shouldn't have insulted piracy. We should have switched to PC, Frit. You were right. Well, too late, bitch.
We are the pirates who don't do anything. We just stay home and lay around.
In a world where physical media is dying, you're gonna have a much
Nintendo started this trend with game key cards and this whole $80 plus fucking pricing on games. People think Nintendo is good for future physical games. They're not. They started the fucking problem.
harder time having games ripped from discs and emulated and having ROMs redistributed. Like, Sony is solving every single problem all these mega corporations have been trying to solve for a while. And that is, how can they get rid of everybody else that makes money off of video games besides them? How can we kill secondhand markets? How can we kill used games? How can we kill piracy? How can we get people to not build a library and just endlessly buy stuff, because limiting their access is far more profitable than just ensuring they have it? This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to
This
adapt
is
to
where
consumer
piracy
trends.
comes in.
Yeah.
As the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. Now, Sony isn't completely wrong here.
Yeah, I was gonna say most media today is bought digitally.
Yeah.
The stores are crashing and burning left and right. Digital is the future. The problem is the ownership.
The industry was always going to
Yeah.
shift heavier into digital Mainly because digital
But you still have people that are collectors that want to collect physical discs.
purchases and digital downloads are
but they're
sometimes easier for people.
minority.
Yes, they're very far and few between.
Convenience will always win in the end. And I'm not going to lie, digital is a lot more convenient than physical. But you're thinking to yourself, but Fred, as a PC gamer, how can you say anything? As a PC gamer, we still have the ability to physically back up everything that's pirated and put it onto drives, ensuring it stays preserved for many years. It's part of the reason I ever switched to PC to begin with. I knew that I'd be giving up physical, but in return, I'd be having access to more media than any other platform on the market, by a long shot. I told you guys to do this years ago, you didn't listen. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games. Whether that's at retailers or PlayStation Store, we remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support. Well, I'm sorry, but there goes GameStop.
And nothing of value was lost.
There goes a lot of mass retail for video games. It's all going
Melody used to
to
work
be
at GameStop.
accessible via digital storefronts.
Hmm.
Meaning a huge chunk of the gaming market is
Wait, GameStop is outside of America?
Yeah, we
I
have
thought-
GameStop in Norway
Oh, wow.
and
Ah.
in Sweden.
Oh shit, okay.
about to collapse and go bankrupt. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. I mean, granted, I don't think GameStop employees hold much value in the world, but nonetheless, still human lives. For the
Just a hot
Melody
take.
is a-
Hot take. Ghost of Tsushima was a mid-ass fucking game.
most part. Oh, but it gets worse. It gets so much worse. Because everything I'm warning you about is already set in motion as we speak. As an update on PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS
There it is.
Vita.
There it is.
Changes start this year in select markets, followed by global changes in 2027. After nearly 2 decades of supporting the PS3 console generation, we wanted to let you know we will.
I understand why they want to cut like support for PS3 and Vita. I 100% understand that. Like, it's an old platform.
Do they even create games for?
No, they don't. That's the thing.
PlayStation 3? No,
They don't make games for PS3 and Vita anymore. It makes sense why they want to cut support for it. Problem is
Yeah,
the online
you can still
service.
play your games though.
Yeah. Problem is
yeah.
if they cut
Yeah,
online service, all those online games are gone.
Be closing the PlayStation Store on PS3 as well as on PS Vita. PlayStation Store on PS3 will close in select markets starting this year, followed by global closures for PS3 and PS Vita next year. That means new content purchases will no longer be possible once the PlayStation Store closes on these devices. To ease the transition, players will still be able to download previously purchased content after the closing date for the foreseeable future.
I don't see it lasting long.
Eventually, it's going to switch to the point that you can't access those games anymore, and it's going to be all based on licensing reasons, or quote unquote. Lovely that the person delivering this news to us has pronouns in the bio. Oh, that reassures me so much more. Thanks, Sony. We know this news may be disappointing to PS3 and PS Vita owners who hold a special place in your heart
PlayStation does not give a shit about those players.
for this
They don't
generation
care about any players, they just want your money.
of gaming. PS3 and PS Vita represent an important era in our PlayStation history, so this was not an easy decision for us to make.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Thanks, Sony! Fan-fucking-tastic!
At least
This
we
is
can
gonna go
emulate it.
over so well
At least we can emulate the PlayStation 3.
Exactly.
with your shareholders, isn't it? Oh wait, look at that! You know, in the end, I hope it was worth it for all those PlayStation fanboys that were cheerleading
Almost like
their
PC
favorite
is the best place to
corporation
play
in the
games.
console wars. You know, when
Yeah.
Sony wanted to use that marketing strategy of telling people, oh, look at that, this is how you share physical games, haha, wink, wink. Give it a decade. That's all we needed. And we had a whole
Hey, Bloop, thanks for the raid. Damn, 76 views. Fuck, thank you.
different type of Sony. It's almost as if, you know,
Hey, hi, how's it going?
cheerleading a corporation
Hey, Nightway.
and a brand gets you
Hey.
nothing. And you got morons
Fuck.
like this. A GameStop customer in Columbus, Ohio traded his old Xbox 360
Damn.
collection for over $1,000
Yeah, no, having a lot of fun, yeah.
in store credit. What would
Hitting
you
on PlayStation.
PS5 games?
Hey?
Yeah, we're having a great
And
time
very
shitting on PlayStation.
happy.
Yes.
Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I wish I could take the side of gamers, but you're getting what you kind of fucking deserve, don't you think? God damn, is there any positive news we have about the industry? $800 consoles that are 6 years old, only going up in price. $100 digital
That's fucking hectic, actually. Consoles keep going up in price as well.
games, an all digital future with no physical media whatsoever. Little to no exclusive content worth anybody's dollar.
One of the arguments the console developers had when going to digital was that the games would be cheaper because they don't have to do all the logistics works.
Yeah. I heard
they
that.
never got cheaper.
I heard it's so many times. And no. And the thing is, you think now when they're saying, "Oh no, our things are going to go digital only from the 2028." So guess what, guys? We're going to drop prices for like $20 per game. No, they didn't say that because that's not going to fucking happen.
That's the thing you care about. First, they came for the game manual in the box, and then we said nothing. Then they came for
Mythic Tone. It's been pretty good. Just like I said, shitting on Sony.
for our big box PC games, and we said nothing. Then they just started putting cardboard in the box, and we said nothing. And now here we are. Now, let's talk about the ramifications of
no, hide is the box.
this. All right, because if you have an all-digital platform for PlayStation users, you can have things like this happen where, say, you piss off the right people, and everyone decides to start flagging and reporting your PlayStation account, and then you get banned. And then what? Oh, you lose your PlayStation account, you lose access to it? There goes the 500 plus digital games you purchased.
I didn't even think about that. Never escaping the cardboard box allegations.
Forever. And because you were such a firm believer in being anti-pirate, you had no way of backing that up. Now you get nothing. You lose. This is, of course, one of the worst outcomes, but it's one that's highly possible and more than likely to occur to a select amount of individuals in the near future. In case some people didn't know, all physical PlayStation games are manufactured by Sony. You have to go through Sony to get your game printed on a disc. Once PlayStation decides it's not making discs anymore, it's all over for physical media on their platform. You know what the best part about that is? Games aren't going to be cheaper as a result. They're still going to be a full $70 to $80 to $100 with nothing, not even a box.
I swear, if Rockstar's whole $100 bullshit ends up becoming the fucking standard, I'm probably not going to be buying brand new games for a very long time.
I haven't rolled brand new games in forever.
Yeah, there's that too.
I've stopped pre-ordering and everything.
How much?
Yeah, I'm usually just buying fucking indie games these days.
You mass consume your hobby. No way of one day dusting that box off, putting the disc in.
It's a bunch of garbage. Hey, Holyball, I agree. The only new game technically that I bought was Crimson Desert, and that's because I was sent the money to buy the game. I could not afford a full price game.
And having everything function as it has traditionally for the past 30 plus years. And to think there was
I barely even play games now. Well, Holyball, you don't have time to play games because you're busy making AI videos.
PlayStation users
we expect the next anime episode in a week.
Yeah, we need it by next week. What's going on?
You gotta keep up with Japan.
Back to work, Holyball.
Yep, they're the first one to come out here and tell you no more discs. Now, we all know Xbox is gonna follow suit for sure, without question, as most of their sales are also digital.
Yeah.
But they didn't even have the balls
next week to go
to tell you straight to your face. Sony is basically just telling you this because they know you're gonna buy the damn $1,000 console anyway to play the underwhelming exclusive content.
Yeah,
and you know you will.
PC.
Yeah, no. If at least I could understand if they were making good games. If they were making insanely good, high quality fucking exclusives that people wanted on day one, that would be one thing. But no, all fucking Sony's exclusives are shit.
Yeah, it's all movie slop. Wannabe movie slop.
Yep.
I mean, what the fuck would even be the point? If you're reaching near PC prices, you may as well build a PC and pirate whatever the fuck you want. A $1,000 console that can't even have physical media? Like, the only thing going for it has just been stripped away. This is getting other companies to come out and publicly announce what Sony is doing. I am 8-bit. A note from us on today's Sony news. We are
the funniest shit that came out of this was Domino's coming out with a statement on X stating that going forward, their pizzas will now become digital. It was the funniest shit that I don't know what timeline I walked into, because that shit is not something I expected to ever see.
Profoundly disappointed by Sony's decision to suspend physical games production in 2028.
If they games are vital announce it by saying they won't do any collaboration with Sony as well, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Games preservation, ownership, and consumer choice. Values that have guided I Am 8-bit since our first physical release in 2016. Our commitment to these values remains.
Well, I mean, look at companies that used to work with Sony. Stellar Blade. They were like, fuck Sony, we're going to do our own thing and actually make a game that people want. And not have our fucking game censored because Sony is fucking stupid.
Unchanged. Long live physical media. Well, that's right. Well, I'm sorry, but physical manufacturing of PlayStation games, that strictly comes from Sony. This means, effectively, a lot of game developers who make an extra bit of money selling a physical version of a game with collectibles are going to lose access to that consumer group. This is going to negatively affect a lot of developers. And Sony's making this decision.
Hey, Shadi, how's it going?
Without even asking anyone. They're not even thinking twice about it. They're saying, screw the rest of the industry. We're barely able to survive on our own games alone. Every man for himself. This, of course, gives Sony complete control over its own consumers' purchases. You will not own anything at all. And at any given point, they can restrict your access to your own purchase. Because once they roll in mandatory online check-ins, you will not...
Good. How are things going for you? I'm doing pretty well. Me and Kini are just checking out some videos, going through the backlog of AI music videos, and like I said, making fun of Sony.
Not be able to escape this. Don't check in long enough, lose access to your games. Which is why it makes a lot more sense when former PlayStation boss Sean Layden said, leaving PC is a mistake. If someone's waiting 18 months for a game to come on PC, we didn't lose a sale to them. They weren't going to buy.
That is also true. I was never going to buy a PlayStation, so them removing the game off the PC just lost the sale. Also, a potential sale. I wasn't going to buy it anyway, but it's a potential sale they lost.
Well, if they had released Dark Souls on PC, I would have bought it immediately.
Yeah, but no.
Buy the hardware anyway.
I'm not buying a PlayStation for it.
Yeah, same. Sony destroying their own market. Yeah, you just look at games like Stellar Blade. It did better on PC than it did on console, on PlayStation. Look at Helldivers. It sold more on PC than on console. They lost money by removing their games off PC. Like, that's just all they've done. And you know they did this as well because with Xbox's next console being a PC hybrid and having access to the Steam store, then Xbox would technically have access to PlayStation games, and they did not want that. Yeah, they hate admitting it too, yeah.
Bosses are talking shit about the company publicly. And indeed, I think it was the wrong move, but not for the same reasons as Sean believes.
I see PC being the #1 game platform in a few years. The Steam...
It already is.
It already is, but it's going to get a lot worse for consoles, especially if they make things digital only. And keep increasing the price.
The market share for PC is going to be insanely higher in a couple of years.
I think it was the wrong move because PC versions of PlayStation games would find a way to be cracked and at least preserved, which Sony wouldn't want.
There's that too.
So the removal of those games from PC storefronts is starting to make a lot more sense from the perspective of a greedy fucking corporation. Like I told people a long time ago.
I think PlayStation is going to last much longer as a company with Xbox and Steam getting along. Yeah. And also, hey, freaking, how's it going?
Microsoft is playing this geniusly by incorporating Steam into Xbox and not really focusing on their own games too much. And not really focusing on their console either, just getting a little sales on Steam.
Yeah.
And then taking a small cut.
Also, freaking, I just watched one of your videos in the last React. It wasn't the new one where I was cameoed, but it was the one before that. Especially with AMD market, more companies for older gen tech, which helps others get some really good budget builds. Yeah.
switch to PC, start building.
Well, what's a budget at this point in time with the RAM prices? Can you really call it a budget anymore?
You can still build a decent PC for 1,000, even
Is
with
still
the RAM
a
prices.
lot of money. Like,
Yeah, but
of
budget
pirated
PCs
games.
are around 500 to 1,000.
Because that will be
Always been.
the best way you can ultimately own anything. And people said, piracy is wrong, support the companies. Support the companies that will outright strip you of your own digital licenses, shut down stores, rack up the price of their console over the years, rack up the price of digital games, charge you online subscription fees, charge you for graphical upgrades. Suck a dick. You get what you fucking deserve. Anybody who thought this physical media era was gonna last forever is out of their minds. The writing was on the wall when even Nintendo of all...
I thought about removing that one because it ended up being a controversial in the community, but I worked hard and it's staying up. No, 100%, keep it up.
companies came out with the concept
Also, I'm not sure about the controversy. I didn't hear about that. So.
of game key cards. When I saw that, I knew immediately the shift was starting to happen. This very well could be the last generation even Nintendo has physical media.
Yeah, it's
because the
unborn.
current physical media they have isn't even real physical media either. As a game key card, it's just a plastic cartridge in a box that acts as an activation for digital download. In which case, these companies are going to think to themselves, why even waste the plastic? Why even have video game box art? Why even have discs? Why even have manuals? Why? We can rake in even more profit, giving them even less. And in a market like that, why wouldn't Sony do it? It's not like the consumers are going to push back. I mean, Sony's already getting ratioed. Like, here's one. Fuck you, PlayStation. Fuck everything you have done for us physical media collectors. Fuck you. Fuck your entire department of bullshit. We demand ownership, not a fucking license that can be revoked at any fucking time.
Sony fanboys are also like they're slowly dying out. They're moving to the proper platform.
This is a really bad decision. If you want to lose long-time fans who actually buy games and move on from your platform, then this is the way to do it. But there is a way to reverse the decision. The stock needs to crash.
Sounds like it's from your continent.
Already an 80,000 ratio on this one right here. And stop selling digital games for the same price as physical ones too. You're removing the printing box.
Yeah, 100%.
And shipping prices from the equation.
Fuck's sake, I wasn't even paying attention to the name.
Completely, so I shouldn't be paying $70 for digital games anymore.
No, I'm just reading his post.
Even Does It Play is here to chime in. You are killing ownership, you are killing legal preservation, you are killing discoverability, you are killing me, Smalls! You are killing publishers, you are killing developers. This is a move that might slightly improve bottom lines, but tear down every other aspect of this medium. Well done, you fucked up. Domino's came back for some
Oh, I love Domino's.
more after ratioing Santa Monica Studios with makes about as much sense as us changing to digital pizzas. Domino's has been going at Sony forever. Oh, there's MPG! Let's go! PlayStation fanboy MPG suffering! Hashtag not buying PS6 unless it supports physical games.
I can guarantee, I've seen a bunch of MBG's videos. That is false. He will still buy the PS6 the moment it drops.
Bullshit, MBG.
Probably.
We will see you next console generation, fanboying. Shut your mouth. Like, they are getting dragged all over the internet. This is supposed to be people's gaming darling. And it turns out, what? PlayStation isn't our friend? But I bought all their plushies. I bought The Last of Us 2 4 times. I pay for PS Plus. I have God of War posters. I bought 10 different PlayStation 5 controllers. I have a lime green one. Wow. How could Sony do this to me? Xbox is working on a disc to digital feature that will allow players to get digital copies of their physical games. I wouldn't trust
That's an interesting idea.
Microsoft to boil water for me. Sorry. I know that one's gonna piss people off, but how would that work? You give them your disc?
It's a good idea, but it's more like if the console can read the disc,
yeah,
it should just let you digitally download the digital version, because
Yeah.
it can tell by the disc if that's the game.
Yeah, it depends on how it's done. Because it can be, if it can be done well, then sure. But again, like I don't really trust them either to do that properly.
Yeah, true.
And they put it in a digital format.
And I don't trust them to make it actually affordable.
They could just provide a code with every digital purchase as well.
Yeah.
That
You gotta
has
keep
the digital version.
Yeah.
Disc. Like, what happens if the licensing agreement ends and you put that disc in? Does it then invalidate the disc on purpose? I mean, you see what I mean? I wouldn't trust Microsoft with such a program, or any company. They are taking back everything that they quote unquote sold you. You should have been pirating from the very start. I told you, children. I told you. The only prediction I ever got wrong here is that it's happening sooner than later. I thought we were looking at a future 20 years from now, but nah, it's just less than 2 years away. And mind you,
I was expecting more 5 years or 20, but yeah.
firmly believe that this backlash will result in Sony temporarily undoing the decision, but still committing to it just a little bit later on down the line. You have to think about it realistically. You are a consumer, you are not their friend. Everybody wants out of the physical market. It just amazes me that Nintendo guys can't even understand that they're basically about to be in the same situation. I mean, look at tweets like this. I never want to hear that game key cards are killing physical media ever again, especially after what Sony did today. At least you can still resell the bloody things. What you can't do with digital games, game key cards are physical media. They're just a very unconventional way of doing it. What a wow, are these guys stupid? 482 likes and nobody even thought twice about telling them, how are you supposed to resell these when secondhand markets are going to die as a result of what's going to happen to physical media? Who's going to take your game key card when it's worth jack shit? Nobody is going to be reselling and buying game key cards. The denial from Nintendo guys, they're in the same boat. The fate will be equal. If Nintendo decides to kill storefronts, that card of yours will serve zero fucking purpose. Do you understand this? Stop killing games,
20
losing,
years and then you can't use it.
Yeah, no.
This happening.
I would say Sony fanboys are probably worse than PlayStation fanboys because they defend Nintendo. Like, no.
It's getting worse. And then with NVIDIA wanting to push all streaming future where they can cap the amount you play and you have to pay more, gaming as we know it is done. This used to be an affordable, very accessible hobby. That's not what gaming is gonna be anymore. At this point, I may as well, I don't know, start golfing like a goddamn boomer or something. All it took was one console generation and Sony went from being able to trade in games at retail, sell to another person, lend to a friend, or keep it forever, to you get nothing. Such decisions like that happening in such a relatively short amount of time. Yeah, it's scary. This is the last era of physical media. Enjoy it, even though.
And Sony was the company that not too long ago when Xbox One and PS4 came out, and Xbox did their whole digital only thing, Sony came out making fun of Xbox, being like, yo, we still have discs. You can trade our games. You can do all this and that. Yeah. And now look at it.
You can barely enjoy it because most of it doesn't even have the content on the disc. And you know, the best part is with this shortage of memory and the storage crisis, who the fuck is going to be able to afford to put more than 4 games on their console anyway? The end of an era is here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it.
The gaming space is going to crash at some point soon. I can see that happening. And
at least for console side.
Yeah.
Or the AAA.
Yeah.
But I think
the thing is,
will have
when that happens, that's the thing. There's gonna be a crash. And because of that crash, it's gonna improve the gaming spectrum. It's gonna fix it after the crash, but we're going to be in a shitty situation for a couple of years, most likely during the crash.
Was worth it because I knew that writing was on the wall about almost 10 years ago when I made the jump to PC. I'm glad I have a lot of media backed up and, very legally questionable ways, but you know what? If that's what a man's got to do, that's what a man's got to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.
Well, that was Fratanga. Was a good video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check Fratanga out as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.